MBT Metrobank is one of the strongest banks you can check out there. Um, pero yung sa property is Ayala REIT REITs are one. REITs are mapupunta pa rin tayo sa REITs eh. But yeah, property sector, tingnan nyo sa Ayala REIT. Ali, SMPH, and ASEN. Then banks, and then si Globe, tignan niyo si Globe, maganda ang performance ni Globe, related dun siya kay GCash. IPO, tignan niyo si GCash, definitely. So yun yung abangan niyo. Kung nag-iipon man kayo ngayon and hindi pa kayo nakapasok, I would say save up for the IPO of GCash instead. So you have to position yourself on both what ifs. What if lumipad siya ngayon at mag 100k nga tulad ng prediction ng karamihan, di ba? So at least ngayon at 50,000 nakapasok ka at maglipad man siya, then good for you, di ba?
And siguro no, as we've been talking about stocks, we've been talking about REITs, Philippine stocks. For those who are watching na very interested, especially on how you are sharing these things, what are mga 5 stocks, not necessarily they will buy, but something that they can study. And then itong mga stocks na to, pagka na-consider nila, it's something na they can hold for 1 year. Ano yung mga 5 stocks na yun in your mind? Kahit top of mind lang.
Property sector, yan yung pinakamaganda. And banks, right? MBT Metrobank is one of the strongest banks you can check out there. Pero yung sa property is Ayala REITs are one. REITs are mapupunta pa rin tayo sa REITs eh. But yeah, property sector, tingnan nyo sa Ayala REIT. Ali, SMPH, and ASEN. Then banks, and then si Globe, tignan niyo si Globe, maganda ang performance ni Globe, related dun siya kay GCash. IPO, tignan niyo si GCash, definitely. So yun yung abangan niyo. Kung nag-iipon man kayo ngayon and hindi pa kayo nakapasok, I would say save up for the IPO of GCash instead. So yun. So yun yung pinaka magaganda talaga. And then if ever hindi naman kayo limited sa local lang, look for a way. Meron ng mga brokers available dyan. The best REITs are not just in the Philippines. Yan ang mga pinakamaganda. It's not about the returns. Kung tingnan mo yung returns na sa Philippines ngayon, ang pinakamagandang returns na REITs. But when it comes to stability and for long-term talaga, Singapore, alam niyo naman gaano kalakas si Singapore. Singapore na mga REITs, tignan niyo po dyan, and UK. Those two REITs from these countries are very solid. Tignan niyo yung mga hospitals, commercial storage ng mga REITs. Yun yung tignan niyo.
Thank you, Lloyd, for sharing that. Again, it doesn't mean na mention natin dito sa Stock Smarts auto buy kayo. You still need to do your due diligence.
Yes.
At ito yung mga stocks na at least may potential na mas tumaas pa. So invest at your own risk. But yun nga, importante, don't just follow people blindly. Pero you also need to see the why. Bakit kaya? Ano yung reason? Bakit nila binibili yung mga stocks na yun? So thank you, Lloyd. Siguro let's pivot from stocks, REITs to crypto. Kasi yung sa crypto, you can still use the same charts that you have been using to project. And syempre, the OG of crypto is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Nagkaroon siya ng all-time high this year. Pero 17. Yun nga, nung March, so far parang nag-underperform siya since nung March. So, do you think na magkakaroon pa rin ba ng pump ulit this year? Mga crypto and Bitcoin?
If there would have been a pump, the pump would have been last March, yung after the bullish natin, yung halving natin. That would have been the perfect time for it to go up. Yun nga lang, hindi pa rin. So, I don't think that it will do another pump. I could be wrong. I'm not into Bitcoin right now. Ang hinihintay ko lang is for, I wouldn't say, parang negative kasi masyado pakinggan yung crash eh, di ba? But I want it to drop like it's dropped in the last part of August recently, na yung bagsak niya, yung matindi. I think it's gonna do that, and if self ano ko lang, self na, what do you call this, prediction, I would say it will stop at 40,000. I think that's the stability point talaga ng crypto, 40,000. That's the time that I will start buying if ever gusto kong pumasok talaga kay crypto. But for those na gustong pumasok kay crypto ngayon, it's dipping right now to 52,000. That's a good time to get in compared na kung gusto niyo nga pumasok nung 70,000 kasi akala niyo mag 100,000 di ba? Ngayon na nag-dip siya to 50,000, why are you not buying now, di ba? So that way, makapasok kayo, and then if ever, eto yung number one talaga na hindi dapat ginagawa ng isang trader is trying to predict the market. So you have to position yourself on both what ifs. What if lumipad siya ngayon at mag 100k nga tulad ng prediction ng karamihan, di ba? So at least ngayon at 50,000 nakapasok ka at maglipad man siya, then good for you, di ba? What if bumagsak pa lalo, okay lang. You're already at a low price, then you just buy more when it goes down. But as for prediction, kung magwa 100k siya, will there be another rally this year? I don't think so. We had signs of it weakening already the past few weeks. So I think this is gonna create a crash. And then pag nag-stabilize, saka na yung pumasok ulit. Wala pa tayong stabilization eh. Up and down pa rin siya, hindi pa rin nag-accumulate eh, di ba?
Right. So, hindi pa natin nakikita yung pag-stabilize, and sayang nga no, nung nag-halving, kala natin magpa-pump doon eh, pero hindi, nag-underperform. So what do you think naman about the others, yung mga altcoin like yung ETH, yung ETH versus Sol? Do you think anong mas magandang layer 1 chain sa kanila? Or baka yung mga rivals nila like Ton and Cosmos is worth considering din?
Yeah. Kay if titingin man ako sa mga top na coins, Ethereum and Sol lang ang titingnan ko. Ethereum, OG na yan. Parang nakasanayan na kasi that the name is trusted already. Kaya mahirap pa rin na mawala si Ethereum. But it has lots of problems like congestion, di ba? And Solana has been able to solve that. So that's the advantage of Solana. So Solana has a bright future because of that. Pero ang problema lang, what if Ethereum matutuloy yung ano nila and they're gonna be able to solve the problems, then Ethereum is going to continue its climb.